Great. Well, I just want to say good morning to everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I see we have friends from across the United States joining us, as well as here in Pittsburgh and West Virginia. My name is Yu Ling Chang, and I'm the Communications Director for Remake Learning Days across America. I work closely with Dory Taylor, the producer for Remake Learning Days across America, and we both together work closely with Remake Learning and our national partners, PBS, Kids, and Digital Promise. So today we're going to chat about marketing and PR. It's really exciting what's happening with Remake Learning Days. As some of you may know, this is the fourth year happening in the Southwestern PA region in West Virginia, but we are also expanding. So as you can see here, we have 9 official regions, starting with Eastern Kentucky on April 13th and ending with Northeast Ohio at the end of May. We're really excited. We're really grateful for all of this enthusiasm and participation. We recently had a lot of the lead team members from each region in Pittsburgh, and it was just a great day of sharing and of talking about what's happening in each region and how we're all working on various projects to enhance learning and creativity and opportunities for kids across America. So I want to start by saying thank you to all of you, the event hosts, the partners, the marketing partners. So far, we have 360 plus events across the United States. We expect this number to take off dramatically into March. And we suspect we're going to be well over 500 events. So thank you very much. For today's webinar, I just wanted to chat a little bit about marketing. It's kind of broken into 3 sections. We're going to talk about the general Remake Learning Days across America marketing plan. So this is work that we will be doing to help promote the Remake Learning Days that's happening in each region along with the regional teams. We'll also chat a little bit about the website and then just some of the simple things that you can do to help market your own event. In general, for Remake Learning Days, we design and print a lot of materials along with digital materials. And we also focus on grassroots. We intentionally work to make sure that we are reaching families directly as much as possible and going to under-resourced neighborhoods to make sure that they know about these events and have opportunities and access to this. Social media is always a big push for us. And then in some regions, we work on media sponsorships, and that's dependent on budget. And so that could include TV and radio, such as in Pittsburgh and West Virginia. So this is an example of what a print material might look like for us. This is in the middle of design. This one is designed for the Southwestern PA region, but something very similar to this will be coming out for each region. And when we work with each region, we work with the regional lead team member to design it. It kind of has a similar look to this, but the text might be different things might be highlighted, and of course you can see that there might be different sponsors. On that note, we want to thank our national sponsors, Carnegie Corporation of New York, the Grable Foundation, and Schmidt Futures. These postcards are ones that we'll hand out to through school districts, to childcare centers, through the library system, coffee shops, barber shops, various places where we know we can reach children and their parents. We also provide digital banner ads, and these are ones that we also take care of placing strategically in each region. But also, if you have a place on your website that we can attach this, that would be wonderful, and all you have to do is email me, and I'm happy to have the digital banner ad sized however it needs to be sized. Again, this one is specific to Southwestern PA and West Virginia, but we'll be making variations of these for each region. And you can see that there's a little bit of rotation. It's a GIF file. The other thing that we focus on are flyers, and this is by region or neighborhood. And sometimes there's a specific neighborhood that we want to highlight the events that are just happening in that neighborhood, or region. This one happens to be West Virginia, and it's an example from last year. And we use this and handed it out only in West Virginia. So something like this is also underway in several regions. The work of each region varies depending on budget and what the needs are. So with all the marketing that we're doing, we're driving it to the Remake Learning Days website. And just want to pause for a second. Can you guys see the website? I just brought it up, but I'm not sure that I did the share properly.
Yes.
Yes, you can see the website.
Or am I looking at your slides?
So I'm touching on different parts of the website. Can you see that? You can
on the map, I see.
I'm going to stop that share and I'm going to do a different share. So
thank you.
A moment.
Yes, the website.
You can see the website. Okay, great. So I grabbed a screenshot for the presentation. We'll go back to that in one moment. So I wanted to highlight a couple things about the website. Currently, it is more public facing for event hosts. You can see there's a lot of focus here on about what is Remake Learning Days and how to submit your event. Next month, this look will change and it'll be more public facing to attendees, to families and caregivers and teachers. But you'll generally be able to find the same information. You can see up here that you can select which region you want to go to directly. And parents, when we switch it to the public facing, there will be a large map on the homepage where you can zoom in and find your region and find events that are happening there. One thing that I want to highlight is the About section. So there is what is Remake Learning Days, where people can find information about us. We have our national partners in PBS Kids and Digital Promise. All the PBS affiliate stations in each region are working with us, and the ed clusters as well, where they exist in the regions. But the thing I wanted to highlight is the participating organizations. And so once you submit your event, make sure you also fill out the marketing form, because once you fill that out, then your logo and your social media handles and website link is then published on this. And we will be segmenting this by region, so it'll be easier for people to find. And this is important because the press, once we activate that, will start to come look here to see who is a part of this. You know, where are all these events coming from? If you're not sure how to find that form, you can always go under For Hosts, and we've listed all the various things, including webinars. But this form right here, the organizational marketing information, will take you to that form. Now, when people come to find their events, they can click here under Find Events. And for example, let's go to Eastern Kentucky. And it'll automatically generate the events that are happening here in Eastern Kentucky. And that'll be true for all the regions. You can see here, there are about 45 events in Eastern Kentucky. Off to the side here, you can see that there are different filters. So families can search by various themes, learning themes. They could search by age group. They can click as many of these as they want. The cost. This happens to be Eastern Kentucky, but you can quickly switch back to a different region. Time of day. And then in particular for teachers, if they're looking for professional development, they can click here. And if a venue is handicap accessible. So when you're here, if you click into an event, and we'll do Family STEAM Day, you can see the information that families will see. So there will be a photo, the date and time, a short description, where it is, how to contact them, what is the primary theme, what are the secondary themes, and a map. So this is where we direct all of our marketing. We direct them to the general website. And the reason why is we want to promote the festival as a whole. And so as somebody may be looking at Family STEAM Day, then it might get them to click here and look at the next event that we recommend. So you can always go in as an event host and update your event. If things change, that's fine. If you want to change your photo, that's fine. You want to add more to your description, you're able to go in and do that anytime all the way up until the event. And then as we create our materials, such as flyers and postcards, we'll start to add them here under planning guides and tips, and there'll be downloadable materials for the attendees. Right? So I'm going to switch back to my PowerPoint. And are we okay? Can we see my PowerPoint?
Yes.
Great. Thanks, Dory. So what I wanted to share is, what is it that you can do to help market your event? Because you know your audience best. You know who may be interested in your event. You know maybe the local coffee shop that is near your venue. These are things that we may or may not be aware of. And so here are some various ideas. Email, direct mail, social media, utilizing upcoming events that you have. If you already know you have 5 events leading up to Remake Learning Days, having a simple postcard at those events just to share with people is a good idea. Generally, research shows that it takes 7 to 10 touch points for people to finally do something. So it might be where someone will hear about this event that you're hosting during Remake Learning Days, and then they walk somewhere and they maybe see a poster about it, and then a friend emails them, and then they start to see an ad on social media, and then they finally go to the website to see something, and you can see how it takes many touch points in today's world to remind people about things that they may be interested in. So here are just a couple ideas. In general, you want to start about 2 months out, if possible. Sending out a simple just announced email of your event just helps kind of put that word out there. Doing a general post on social media, posting a sign at your organization, making sure it's added to your website, wherever you may add it, whether it's in your events calendar, on the homepage, under the education section. And don't be shy about asking partner organizations for help. There may be organizations that you're working with, and they can help assist in marketing your event, or maybe there are other organizations that may not be a part of your event, but they'd be interested in your event, and they can help put the word out for you. I would say about 1 month out before your event, you're in full force communications. You want to send out at least 2 emails, sign up now, or learn more about this event. Doing a quick video of what people might be doing at your event is a good idea. People are very visual. Share your flyer. We will be sharing the Remake Learning Days material. So if you're able to share that, that would be wonderful. We are also working with the HUS group, and they will be putting together a template media advisory that you can use and customize and add your event information and send out to the press that you think might be interested in your events. I always suggest creating an event on social media and inviting people to it. Again, it's just another touch point. They may not actually RSVP through social media, but they'll see it and will be reminded by it. And a quick, easy way is think about all the emails you send out every day, adding a signature about, hey, don't miss this event, to your email signature is another way to just keep that on top of mind for people. And then the week of your Remake Learning Days, you just want to remind people, hey, don't forget, this is happening tomorrow, or this is happening tonight. You can do specific call outs on social media, and always thank your audience. It's always wonderful when people come out and they enjoy it and they like to know that they've been noticed and that they've been seen. So those are some ideas. I know we've also talked briefly about social media. We are putting together a social media toolkit. It's actually 95% done and will be released next week. We are including all the different hashtags that can be used, suggestions on how videography and photography can be done. We're actually dedicating a webinar to this on March 5th from 1 to 1:30 p.m. And it'll be with Catherine Harrell from Marble and Match. And her team has been engaged to assist us with the social media for Remake Learning Days across America. Some of the things that she'll go over is kind of the big picture goals for social media. How can we all individually as well as collectively work together to kind of drive that conversation nationally across the social media channels, the different ways to post content, and the categories that you can think about, how to tag and share. And my favorite section that she does is the photography and content tips. I'm always looking for ways to make my photos stand out a bit better. And then most importantly, the tracking and metrics. What kind of tools are available to you to be able to track how your posts do, how we can track how hashtags are doing. Just for your knowledge, the national social media accounts are here. So we've actually created a new account on social media for Remake Learning Days across America. that is separate from Remake Learning here in the Southwestern PA region. So you can see the handles there at Remake Learning Days for Facebook and Instagram, and then at Remake Days for Twitter. So please do like us. We just started it in the last week, so we don't have very many fans yet, but that'll change hopefully in the next month. Also, a shout out to our partners again at PBS Kids and Digital Promise, and I would also follow their handles here too. In addition, we have regional social media accounts by region, and the social media accounts listed are the ones from the lead regional team, but then there are also hashtags for each region. When you do post something, make sure you tag the right hashtag, and the reason why is because the Marble and Match team will be scanning every day for these various hashtags and looking for things to reshare or content to pull to then be able to put into maybe a post about several things happening in that region. So that's our way of being able to see what's happening out in the landscape and trying to help you spread the word further. So again, we'll be doing that webinar coming up in about 2 weeks. So here are various tools and materials that we will share with you. Like I said, the social media kit will be coming out next week. The banner ads are almost done as well, so we'll be putting those out, and typically they'll be put in a Google folder, so you'll be able to download it as needed. We're currently working with each regional team to create kind of those postcards that everybody wants to be able to have to hand out via school districts, childcare centers, and various after-school organizations and nonprofits. We will have an embedded email that you can share and add your information to. We also create a template flyer that you can add your information to. We'll also be making flyers, and for those of you who need it, posters, and the media advisory template that'll be coming out on a rolling basis. Since Eastern Kentucky begins first, that template file will be coming out first, and then we'll be doing it for each region. Joanna Huss from the Huss Group was here this past week to meet with all the regional leads. So we all learned a lot about your region and what makes your region special and why you're participating. And so we're pulling that into a storyline right now. But, you know, I know that marketing and press and social media changes all the time. So need something else, have an idea, email me. I'm definitely open to new ideas, and I appreciate comments and feedback. So if you need to reach me, here is my contact information. I use my cell phone mostly, so texting is okay. Just let me know who you are if you text me, or email me, and I generally reply within 1 to 2 days. And if for some reason I am not around, my good buddy Dory can also help answer questions, and that was her laughing. She didn't know I was going to do that. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for hosting events. Thank you for all that you're doing on a daily basis. I know Remake Learning Days is something additional that you're doing. It's not your full-time job. So we really appreciate you for being a part of this national conversation. And we hope to highlight all the regions and all the work that you're doing. I am going to pause now and see if there are any questions that I can answer.
Yuling, there is a request to go back to the screen with the social media tags.
Yes, I can do that. Just as an FYI, we will be sending this PowerPoint or a link to the PowerPoint and this webinar after the webinar. And all of this will also be covered in the social media toolkit, which we'll make publicly available next week. I don't know if there are any other questions.
Some comments, great tools and resources. So thank you, Yuling.
Oh, thank you. I'm just checking in on participants. I love seeing people from all over the US. It really is exciting. We've started to tease out press stories to various national outlets, and they're just really interested. Like, how are these regions are participating? What are they doing? What do they think about this? So you're definitely part of this conversation. Oops, sorry. Great. Well, if there are no other questions.
Nope.
Okay, great. Well, I'm just going to say thank you again for being a part of this. Thank you for sharing your time with me this morning. Like I said, I'm I'm available, so please email, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much. Bye.